Hey guys, so you've probably noticed the lack of Red Dead Redemption 2 videos on my channel, and I thought I'd just take a moment to explain why there are no videos. If you follow my Twitter, you'll know why I didn't start to record Red Dead 2. I thought I'd be really smart and take my PlayStation to work the day the game came out so that I could install it while I was at work, have it all the updates so that when I got home after work on the Friday, I could just hook my PlayStation back up, play it straight away for hours and have fun all night long rather than getting home from work, waiting for it to install, waiting for the update to download and install, and then maybe not being able to play until the next day. So Mish thought she was going to be a smart cookie and get ahead of the game. Turns out Mish was such a smart cookie she left her cables at work. So I got home that night and found I had a PlayStation and no cables. I was able to rustle up a spare power cable from some extra cables I had just lying around, and my game capture device has two HDMI cables with it, so I was able to play the PlayStation, I just wasn't able to record. So there I was on the Friday night going, okay, I have access to a PlayStation, I have access to the game, but I can't record. Do I just wait until tomorrow when I can either go back into work and grab my cables or just, buy another HDMI cable? Or do I just play it now, start the game, do all the introductory bits, and then you guys can just catch up the next day, after 9 a.m. when I can get to the store and buy a new cable? I thought about it a lot that Friday night. I even started up my PlayStation ready to play it, and then I'm like, no, I shouldn't, so I turn it off. And then I turn it back on later, go, yeah, no, I want to play it. And then no, I want to hold off till I record. Yeah, it was a night of conundrums, really. In the end, though, my desire to play the game won. And so I started playing Red Dead Redemption 2 that night without recording. I had every intention still of the next morning going to the store and buying an HDMI cable so that I could record it for you guys. But then the next day rolled around and I kind of didn't want to leave the house to go to the store. I just wanted to sit and keep playing. So I did. So I was like, the next day after that, I'll go into work, because I have to work that day, I'll get my cable, and then maybe I'll record then by, at that point in time, so 2 days after that, I was far enough in the game where it was is there really any point to start recording at this late point in time? I'm a third to half of the way through the game. Is there a point in even bothering? And I thought, nah, at this point there's no point in starting recording this part of the game. So I didn't. And that is why, that's mainly why there is no Red Dead Redemption 2 Let's Play on my channel. In hindsight, I'm actually glad I didn't record it, because it's just going to be such a minor opinion in the larger scheme of things, but I don't like Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't know if anyone else shares that opinion, but I really don't enjoy the game. As a whole, the Wild West is not something I like. It's not a time of history that I like, it's not a location I like, and it's not a genre that I typically like. So having a game set then and there, I was always a bit iffy about it, to be honest. I'd never played Red Dead Redemption, the first one, so it's not like I had anything to go on. My brother and my cousin absolutely loved Red Dead Redemption, and so I thought, hey, they've got pretty good taste in games. If they like the first one, or technically it's the second game, but you know what I mean. If they like the first one, odds are I might like the second one, because it can only, be better than the first one given the amount of time that's passed and how awesome the second game was supposed to be in terms of, the detail and just the quality that they've put into it over the years. So I thought, yeah, maybe I'll give Red Dead 2 a shot, but I still wasn't feeling too excited about it leading up to its release. But a couple of days before its release, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to watch some of Red Dead Redemption, so I know kind of what I'm getting into. So I watched a dude's stream of the last third of the first game. I didn't have time to watch the whole thing, so I decided to just start where he was up to and just finish the game. And to be honest, I didn't mind Red Dead Redemption, for it being a setting and time that's not really my favourite. I didn't mind the first game at all. John Marston's a really good character, and I really enjoyed what he did in the game. I really did like it. It was a sad game, let's face it. So after watching that, day of launch, I was so excited. That's why I brought my PlayStation to work. I'm like, I want to play this game. It's going to be freaking amazing. And in the end, yeah, it really wasn't, to be honest. I mean, I was addicted enough that I felt like I had to keep playing at first, hence why I couldn't be bothered to leave the house to get an HDMI cable. I wanted to keep going, but it's not because I was enjoying it. It's because I wanted to keep going to find something in the game that I could enjoy. I don't know. I feel like I'm in such a minority here, but I just didn't enjoy the game. I love the attention that they paid to detail in the game. Like when you're actively playing, your scenery has great quality, the people, animals, really the animals have probably a little too much realism to them, but overall that part of the game I give Rockstar total props for. They just nailed it. The cutscenes, however, the attention to detail is a little iffy. There are far more AAA games that look way better than that in this day and age. And given how good it looks playing, I expected the cutscenes to have a higher quality, but they don't. So that's another mark against them, unfortunately. But I just find the gameplay, it's so slow. The plot is so slow moving, even if you ignore all the secondary quests and plots and missions or whatever you want to call them. I still found the main mission to drag. Nothing big ever felt like it was happening. And I don't know, I didn't really like a lot of the characters either. I mean, in a way, I get that that's the point. This is leading into, because it's a prequel to Red Dead Redemption, so it's leading into the events of that game. So I can understand why it kind of sets you offside of some of the characters, but it was hard to find them likable, and it's hard to play a game where there's not much that you find likable. I mean, Arthur's great, don't get me wrong. The main character, Arthur Morgan, is fantastic, and I absolutely love John Marston in this game. He's the only person in the Van der Linde gang that has like his head on his shoulders right and can understand the consequences of their actions. I really like John in this game, but I didn't see enough of him, which was really disappointing. You don't see enough of John in this game, I felt. Maybe that's just a personal opinion, but yeah. Another thing I didn't like about this game, I don't hope I'm not spoiling anything for anyone who hasn't seen it or played it, but about a third of the way through, there's a mission where one of your gang members is in prison. Now this is a gang member I really hated. I strongly disliked him, and I had thought, if there was any point at the game, if I can kill him or get him to get out of the gang and drop him along the way, I totally would. So when he was in prison and I had to spring him from jail, I was pretty damn pissed about that, not being given the choice in whether to do it or not. And then obviously, so it was a main mission, so I did it, and in doing so I had to slaughter half a town of innocent people. Can you imagine how pissed off I was at that? Having to free someone I didn't like and then kill so many innocent lives for this dickhead. I was livid that the game forced me to do that. I knew I was going to struggle somewhat with this game given the outlaw nature of it, and I tend to play quite morally, I suppose, keeping with my own nature to a degree. I thought I could put that aside and just have a little bit of fun with the game, being an outlaw, but the outright slaughtering of innocent people, it did not sit well with me at all. I did not condone being forced to do that. And it's not the only time in the game that you are forced to kill innocent people, and it doesn't sit well with me at all. So maybe on that level, I'm not the right audience for this game, maybe, to a degree. I don't know, it was just bit after bit after bit that just grated on my nerves, and it just sort of snowballed. There are 6 chapters in the game. I got up to about midway through chapter 4, so I persisted, I tried to get through the game. But it just got to the point where it's like, why am I sitting here playing this game? I want to play something else. I want to do something else with my time. There's so much more I could be doing with my time. And yet I'm sitting here playing this game I'm not enjoying. So in the end, I just put it down. I stopped playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I will definitely watch the end of the game. I watched someone else's Let's Play eventually of the end of the game, so at least I'm getting someone else's commentary to entertain me, since the game itself isn't entertaining, because I would like to know how it ends, but I just wasn't putting any of my time into actively playing it because I had enough. The game was not for me. So, in hindsight, not enjoying Red Dead Redemption 2 and eventually quitting playing it, I'm glad that I didn't start recording it. Maybe leaving my cables at work was fate. I was not meant to record this game. Fate knew I wouldn't like it. So there we have it. That is why I did not record Red Dead Redemption 2 for my Let's Play channel. I'm sorry if you guys were looking forward to it. There are plenty other great Let's Plays available on YouTube of the game and on Twitch as well. If you want to check out someone else playing it, just you will not find a Let's Play from me on this matter. So yeah, I thought I'd just give you an update rather than leaving you all in the lurch. Thanks so much for listening, guys, and I'll see you in the next episode.